morning. It is 27 minutes after 8 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning from the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, Amy McVay-Tellez back with us. Joining us on the phone this morning is Kyra Gordon. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing today?
We're good.
I'm doing great.
Good.
Love the weather. Hi, Kyra.
It is. I could do without the wind today, but the temps are nice.
Right,
But it is spring in southeast New Mexico, so kind of goes with the territory a little bit. But since it is spring in southeast New Mexico, you know what that means. It is time again for scholarships and things. The Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, thanks very much through some people that are partnered with us, to the Hayes family, among other families. It's, those other people that have stepped up and are giving us money and saying, go give it to kids for school. And we're like, okay. And so we do that. Now's the time of year to apply for the Historical Society scholarships. And we've got a lot of money that's just ready and waiting for students to come and claim.
We've got a lot of money and not very many applications.
And we only got
Friday's the day.
A couple days, yeah. Thursday's our last.
And that's no April Fool's either.
Yeah.
Friday is the day.
I just realized that. Right? April's this week.
Oh,
I was gonna say, you got like a week. No, it's tomorrow.
And by the way, Miss Jane, if you're listening, happy early birthday.
Is today or this
It'll
week?
be April Fool's.
Her birthday's April Fool's?
And that's no joke either.
Oh,
that's no
man.
Fool's
See, and then she tells people, and you're like, really? Is it? Nuh-uh. Wonder how many gag gifts she's got as birthday presents over the years.
No kidding. No kidding. But I'm so glad to have Kyra on the radio with us. You know, through the Teen Leadership Institute program, she was heavy on my mind because I was thinking, she's right over there working, and stuff. So I'm glad to have Kyra.
Yeah. So Kyra is one of the scholarship award winners from last year.
From last year.
Yeah. So
she's part of our family. She's stuck with us.
So Kyra, first things first. What have you been up to since we last spoke?
So since the last time we spoke, I now am enrolled at the Institute. I am pursuing an Associate's of Science or / pre-engineering degree.
Okay.
I take a lot of classes. I just been doing classes every day. I joined some clubs like chemistry club, paintball. I am the guide on here, which means that I hold the flag.
Okay, I know what that is. Yeah. You're the one that everyone basically marches to your, like if you screw up, you're screwing everybody up.
Oh yeah. So that means I have to be
right. You got to be on point because everyone's watching you to find out what to do.
Oh yeah, especially if you have like this tall stick with a flag on it. Everyone's really.
I know very well. I knew when I was in the Air Force, and during basic training, the guide on got yelled at a lot. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
I understand. So good for you. So is engineering you want to be ultimately get a career in engineering in some way, or do you know specifically what you want to do?
Yes, sir. I'm actually on track for chemical engineering. I plan on finishing my degree at New Mexico Tech, and kind of like in that field of just like the industry part, like really like being there, interacting with people. Like actively, like trying to like solve problems, make like a difference in the community.
Very cool. So how's now? I'm curious. Now, is this year your first year ever in a military? Did you go to the Institute as a high school student, or were you? Was this your first opportunity to kind of experience military style training, education, that kind of stuff?
So this is actually my first time being in a military environment. I only came to Roswell maybe a couple of years ago, and I graduated from Roswell High. And I kept hearing about NMMI and how it was really good, and a lot of my teachers at Roswell High actually graduated from the school. Okay,
so you got a lot of insight going in.
Yeah, like I kept hearing good things about the school, and I was like, I really like structure, I really like discipline, and I really like a good education. So that's kind of what drew me here.
Nice.
I remember through the scholarship process, she unveiled that to us too.
Yeah.
We were like, really?
Well, it's great because, and apparently you must be doing well with it, because if you're the guide on and things that, that these extracurricular activities, these are things that the leaders kind of get. And so it sounds like you not only are you experiencing it for the first time, but it sounds like you're thriving pretty well in it.
I like to think I am. I have a pretty good GPA for my first year of college.
Nice.
I got a 3.8 last year, and I'm on track to get a 4.0 this semester.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
And we're getting calls for award ceremonies and different things.
Nice.
So, Kyra, we're just so proud of you. I'm so thankful that you're part of our family through the Historical Society, and we can't wait to get more updates. And just don't ever forget that we're part of your family. So we care about all these amazing things. We're just really excited.
Well, and it's kind of cool that you're doing all this local here too, because I'm sure your family appreciates that. But it really gets a chance for you to put into practice the stuff you're learning and right here in your own local community, and that's why like Amy was saying here, we check in and kind of keep everyone our family. This one's a little easier to track because she's in her own backyard here, but which means from time to time you might see her at various historical events, society events here doing stuff, which is awesome. But it's so great to hear that you had a great first year at college here. You're doing well. How's the how much of an adjustment was that for you? Obviously you're a pretty good student going into this, earning the scholarships. You have your parents done you well, and you got your head on straight and doing well on this. But even still, the amount of discipline and the regimen that did it take some time to get used to that, or did that feel very natural to you?
It absolutely took a pretty long adjustment period. When I first got here, you really have to learn how to manage your time, and that's one of the big things that everyone says about NMMI. Like, you really have to learn how to manage like how you're going to use your time, like setting aside time to do your homework versus setting aside time to do like your leadership role.
Sure.
It was a huge adjustment, and I kind of compared last semester to this semester. I kind of knew like the game plan going into the beginning of this semester.
Sure.
In comparison to last semester, you kind of just get thrown into it. It's a lot of learning. Even before school starts, you're there for 2 weeks just learning everything about how to march, how to talk to your leaders, like so many things, how to adjust to the very strict schedule that they have. It was definitely an adjustment period, but I think it did make me stronger.
I think so, and that the things you've learned, those ancillary things that you necessarily didn't learn in a classroom, you learned on a drill field or in the barracks or whatever. Those skill sets, those lessons will serve you well throughout life, because whatever whatever decisions, whatever goals you attain for yourself over time, you're going to need those tools to get to those goals. It's just how to function in society. You know what I mean? And so those things are going to serve you. Plus, I imagine too is the team concept. Even though you're the one doing your reports, you're the one writing your papers and taking the tests and exams and everything, but without that team concept, it's very difficult to get that stuff done. And that's, I think NMMI does a great job of that too, where in essence, yes, they give you very, very big challenges, very tough challenges, but they also put you together and give you the tools to kind of achieve it together. And they want to, does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Kyra,
that makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
they give you a lot of resources and a lot of opportunities to take advantage of those. Yeah.
So, and trust me, that stuff will serve you well when 20 years from now, when you're managing something or at the peak of what you're doing right at that point,
Well, we talk a lot about the word legacy in the Historical Society, and I'm so honored that Kyra is part of the rich legacy of the Historical Society. If you would ask me 10 years ago again, where would the Historical Society be in 2022, and what will we be doing and what things will change or whatever. Here we are, Mike. We're getting ready for fourth graders. We're handing out scholarships. We're talking to a dynamic individual that's representing not only Roswell High, but New Mexico Military Institute, and part of our future. That's the rich legacy. So I think that Linda Hayes would be very proud of what the Historical Society's done, and connecting these dots. Our family just keeps getting bigger.
Absolutely.
With these amazing, dynamic kids from all over, not one school or not one, they're all different.
Yeah.
But the sky is bright because of individuals like Kyra and the others. And we're just excited for the future. And we cannot not talk about scholarships and not talk about some of these dynamic kids and amazing things they're doing.
This is Kyra's is the success, the reason why, and we see, the reason why the folks like the Hayes family and these other folks that we're so appreciative of their desire to help other people, and we as a historical society are just lucky enough to be the conduit
and
for
through
that.
the good and the bad, because it wasn't easy, and Kyra kept in touch, and now we're celebrating the good, and she may go through some more hardships, but we're just there for you, and
that's
we're really
life.
excited.
That's gonna be life.
It is.
You know.
But the bigger the family and the more support you have, it just helps get through these challenges.
Absolutely, and I'm pretty sure one day we'll see Kyra, and she's going to be the one helping others, and you know what I mean.
Right.
It's going to be a full circle moment for you
For
someday.
sure.
You're going to see.
I do intend to help others in the future,
Yeah.
like Miss Amy and the Historical Society have helped me.
You're probably going to meet someone and be like, man, that person reminds them of me, and then you kind of take them under your wing, and,
Yes.
start going, yeah, it'll happen, and it's a cool feeling when you get to mentor someone and see the things you've learned and able to share that with others. It's a cool feeling.
And one of the reasons we have Kyra on, there's a lot more Kyras out there, but we won't know if they don't apply for scholarships.
Exactly. We have the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico has, thanks to the Linda Hayes family, it's is it 4 or 5? I don't have the sheet in front of me.
We have it's $1,250 scholarships this year. So we have 2 in the STEM category, 2 in the character category, which, a reminder, any high school senior can apply for the character category. So we have STEM, character, and arts and humanities.
Yes.
And individuals can apply for more than one scholarship, which we already have that right now.
Absolutely.
So if they're going in the field like Kyra, of STEM or whatever, and they can apply for a character, they can apply for more than one scholarship.
Everybody should apply for the character.
For sure.
And then
Because
obviously
everything they've gone through, these have been unique times.
Yeah, and then obviously if you're pursuing education in STEM-related careers or arts and humanities careers, which is both pretty broad categories. But in essence, every person that applies should, in theory, be applying for 2 scholarships.
Right, and we've had kids in certain instances with a minor and a major that literally could qualify for and apply for all 3. That's right, because of a major and a minor. And like I said, these kids have gone through so much, and we're just happy to hear their stories.
Well, and I got to be honest, and people like some of our board members are going to get a little salty with me on this statement, but I want the public to make it a hard job for these folks. I want it to be where and you guys do a great job already. I know they pull their hair out every time this year, going through all the essays and going through and trying to make a decision, because every single one that comes through are deserving, and you just it's like picking your best kid kind of thing. It's like, how do you do it? You can't. And so I know they go through a gut-wrenching time, but I want them to have it, because I want to get as many kids as humanly possible applying for this scholarship, because there is so much money that goes unchecked, unclaimed through scholarships. And I think half the time it's people don't either know about it or they don't think they're qualified for it because of they make too much money or whatever their story is. And I'm like, no, this is one of those moments where you want to literally throw everything at the wall and see what sticks for you.
I think that's important that you mention that, Mike, because we at the Historical Society take this all very seriously. We can't give scholarships to every kid that applies, but also we stay in touch with these kids. So whether it's Teen Leadership Institute or we obtain more information about other scholarships, we're going to forward that out to as many kids as possible. Kyra's a perfect example. She applied for our scholarship. She stayed in communication, and we obtained more information about other scholarships. And any way we can partner with these kids, that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. Just out of curiosity, how did you find out about the Historical Society Scholarship when you initially applied?
I actually found out from my boyfriend's father, because he is very involved in the Roswell community, and he was actually like actively seeking out scholarships, and he happened to just forward it to me.
Okay.
And I would actually kind of had like a group of people doing this for me as well, because I was kind of in a sticky situation with affording college.
Gotcha.
And so I looked into it, and I was like, well, this scholarship seems like pretty prestigious. And I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to get this. But I read the prompt, and I was like, I think I can actually write an essay about this. And I felt pretty confident, so I applied anyway. And then I ended up getting it.
That's
and
awesome.
To anyone who's listening out there, I would really encourage you to apply for these scholarships, even if you think that you may not get it, because not only did it help me financially, it really was like one of the first signs of hope for me to be able to actually go to college.
That's awesome.
And even just Miss Amy listening to my story, taking me into her home, giving me a tour of the historical society, it really made like a big impact on me. And that's why I like to keep in touch.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
And and the cool part is the fact that Amy did all that. None of that surprises me. What's making me happy here is you you thriving with it, but then sitting here talking about just I didn't think I was good enough, but I did that. I stepped out on that ledge anyway, and look where it got me here. And I think that's such an important message is for young people especially, is half the battle is showing up and trying. If you just show up and try and give it your all, you're going to be all right.
You'd be surprised.
You're going to be all right.
Right.
Even if you think you're outclassed or out of your league on something, no, odds are pretty good they're just as scared as you are. They don't know it yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you learn that as you get older. And so that's awesome, Kyra, that you're able.
Kyra brings sunshine. You make my heart smile, and Kyra's got quite the testimony. To say that life's been easy for her, I think.
Yeah.
She reminds me a lot of myself. Not much is easy for us, and we don't expect it to be. But you came alight after our scholarships, because she just started flying high. And
awesome.
all these things lined up. So we're just thankful. And like I said, Kyra is one of many, but your story is so special.
Absolutely.
And we're excited. I can't wait for graduation and those fun things and in the future.
Absolutely. Now, this is procrastinators and non-procrastinators alike. This is your official 2-minute warning.
It is.
If you want to have a chance to be considered for any of these scholarships, you have to have your applications into the Historical Society by Friday.
Yes.
By close of business Friday, those applications
and what
need
ends
to
up
be
happening, those are Google documents. So actually, even, I hate to say this, I don't like to put it in this analogy, but as long as it's Friday, that Google document is going to be accepted.
Gotcha.
And it doesn't matter whether you're Gateway, Homeschool, New Mexico Military Institute, outside. We'll be on the radio in a little bit with Artesia, those surrounding communities. Get the word out. Share these things through social media, Instagram, Facebook. Make a call, send a text. And like I said, there may be another Kyra right over there at New Mexico Military Institute in high school. You know there is.
There absolutely
So get the word out if you're listening, and make those messages like your church groups, youth groups, all those things. Get the word out.
Yeah.
And I love it, except it makes it life hard. We love to hear these stories, rich stories, and you never know. We may have to call and make some favors and get another scholarship.
Absolutely.
Hey, or if you're listening, let me say this. If you are listening and think, I should have called and I want to be a part of it, I'm going to tell you right now, we would love to give out another scholarship money.
Sure.
So if somebody's listening and saying,
I got a briefcase full of cash. Come on down.
Hey, I never thought I would be giving out scholarships, but I want to invest in this legacy in this future. It is not too late to give or support the Historical Society through scholarship membership. So what that means is you would make a direct donation. All 100% monies would go directly into a scholarship.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, we don't.
Period. End of conversation.
Yeah.
Do we need the money at the Historical
Oh, yeah,
Society?
we're always broke,
You're
too,
darn
but
right
yeah.
we do, and that's a whole other story. This is too important. This
Sure.
is too important.
Absolutely, yeah. We
Both are important.
This is we're just the conduit that makes this happen at the end of the day.
Yes.
And for those folks that are thinking about it, I'm telling you want to make a great impact with your money. This is it.
Oh,
right
and
here,
if you lost
is investing in the future.
somebody, what a wonderful memorial tribute. You can make a donation in loving memory of somebody, and we could provide an additional scholarship.
Absolutely. So if there's any other folks out there that
Please
want
call.
to reach out to Amy today,
Call
we can make it happen.
622-8333 or call me or text me directly on my cell phone, 575-915-4471. Mike, there is nothing I would like more of for you to announce as another scholarship.
That would be an awesome thing to do. And then in the meantime, everyone that's interested in applying for any of our STEM, arts and humanities, or the character scholarships, applications have to be, and go to roswellnmhistory.org.
That's right.
And you'll find the application. You'll find all the information there. This isn't a quick check some boxes, put your name and address.
Don't wait till the last minute.
You do have
we're
to
gonna
write an
need
essay,
transcript. We're going to need
yeah.
and that's something I'm Mike. If your phone app, if somebody, I had a student call me yesterday and say, Amy, our scholarship applications aren't working. Google Documents are unique from a cell phone versus a laptop or an iPad.
Okay.
They are functioning, so we need you to go. If you're looking through your phone, those arrows to apply may not work because depending on what type of phone you have and through Google Documents.
So maybe best to be on a computer or something.
Yes,
Okay.
100%. You'll see it right on roswellnmhistory.org. You'll see the three different, but do not wait till the last minute because you will need transcripts and you will need letters of recommendation.
Of course, all these young folks are way better at technology than we are.
Oh, for sure.
They could probably figure the work out. Now you do on the phone, you got to do this.
You can't apply it.
I'll take your word for it.
Well, I assure you it's working. We're getting those applications, but don't wait till the last minute.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the big thing.
Yes.
If you're like Thursday night going, I need to get on the ball about this, might be too late.
It might be too late.
Especially tracking down transcripts
Right.
and some of that kind of stuff. So get on the stick now, and thank you to the Hayes family. Thank you to every single person that that's given us money to be a part of this. Thank you to every single person that supports the Historical Society and all of our fundraising events and our fourth grade tours and all the things that we do. Now we're starting to get a little bit back more into normal and doing everything on a regular again.
We are.
We're still offering private tours. We're still doing all that. But right now we want to make sure we get these scholarships. Tell your friends, tell your family, get them out there. Go to roswellnmhistory.org. You can read about the scholarships, learn more about the scholarships, and obviously apply for the scholarships too. So I wanted to ask Kyra, like you said, you're going to go to New Mexico Tech and all that. Do you want to stay in this area when you're done, or do you? I know life changes and everything, and you meet people and all that. But is your plan to stay in Southeast New Mexico, or do you want to see other parts of the country?
Well, I do enjoy the South, so I definitely think I will stay in the South, whether that's Texas, New Mexico, or Arizona, that type of area.
Okay.
That's all the information I can disclose at this time because life is crazy.
I understand. Well, and I don't know.
For sure.
I don't know if you met someone or ever, but also life happens. And when you go to school, you start meeting people, and then you fall in love. And trust me, I was born and raised in Maryland. If you would have asked me when I was your age, if I was going to end up in Roswell, New Mexico, I would have laughed in your face. And now here I've been for 20 plus years. So yes, love will take you in different directions sometimes. So yeah.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Well, have a great day, dear.
Yes, thank you very much. Congratulations. We're so happy to hear that you're thriving and doing well at New Mexico Military Institute. And we'd love to. Maybe we'll get you on the show with Amy one time and hang out while we're.
That's awesome.
While we're talking.
And thank your boyfriend's
that
father.
Sounds really fun.
And thank your boyfriend's father. See, that's how it began.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. Well, congratulations. Thank you, and good luck. And
good luck.
we can't wait to talk to you again down the road. All right, Kyra?
All right. Thank you so much for having me. I hope you have a blessed day.
Have a great day.
You do the same. Get to school. I'm sure you got a bunch to test to study for. So.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. We'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, that was Kyra Cooper, one of our
Kyra Gordon.
Gordon, did I?
That's all right.
You know
Hey,
what
we
I
have
said?
too many things.
I know why I said Cooper. Gordon Cooper is one of the Mercury 7 astronauts. So when I see Gordon, I think of Gordon Cooper, and so I just say Cooper.
I don't know. Maybe she might get into that field. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, if you ever seen the movie The Right Stuff,
The Right Stuff.
Dennis Quaid's character in that movie is Gordon Cooper.
That's funny. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
He's one of the original Mercury 7 astronauts, Gordo Cooper.
That's cool. That's awesome.
But congratulations to Kyra, and I'm glad to see she's doing well. That's awesome. So, folks, don't mess around. Get those things. This is your last minute reminder here. Get it done. I hate for you to be one of those folks that are more than qualified, and the only reason you didn't get any money is because you didn't apply for it.
And if you need more assistance, not familiar with Google Documents, which most children are.
Yeah. But if you need help with that, we can walk you through
Give
all
us
that.
a call, 622-8333. Have any questions, concerns? If there's any way we can help, get the word out, anything.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. I know you got to get all. She's doing the. She's going to be. She's like Denzel Washington, all those guys when they got a new movie out and they got to sit in a room and like talk to about 50 media outlets. She's got to go talk to another media outlet here
That's
for a
right.
scholarship.
Yay.
So she got to talk to my boss. Give him a hard time. For
Oh,
me.
I will. I'm going to.
Thanks, Amy.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you next time. It is 8:50.